watching right now on Netflix. And I usually watch it or watch something on Netflix while I'm updating or my planners or looking through magazines. So I just wanted to give a quick highlight of the current issue of Flow magazine. If you've ever heard of the Paper Lovers magazine or Paper Lovers edition of Flow, they also have 4 issues that they publish every year as well. This is the English version. It's also published in Dutch and German. So I got this recently, and you know, if you've ever seen an issue, you're familiar with all the patterns, but if you're not, like this is the opening, the inside cover. There's a little place to tag, says this flow belongs to, and the pages inside are very colorful, and every so often, they also feature an illustrator for each issue, and so throughout the magazine there'll be these cardstock pages, and they're perforated so that you can tear them out, and they're nice. You could make dividers, dashboards, journal cards, and again throughout the magazine. So as you continue perusing through the magazine, you'll see another illustration from that featured artist, and on the back side it'll have a little bit more information about the artist. And so this magazine highlights some photography. One thing I liked about this issue, which was a treat, was it's got a paper package and envelope template, which I haven't used yet, but so you can tear these out, and they're cardstock. They've got like a visual texture, not so much a tactile texture, but it's very smooth, and it's got like a rice paper pattern. So you can tear these out. They're perforated, and these are envelope templates. So you've got a rounded envelope template, and you can just punch them out, and it gives you some instructions on how to use the template and how to use the paper that they provide. So this is one sheet. So it's got the pattern on one side, and it's got the solid color on the other. And then it's got a couple of large sheets. You could use these for covering journals. You could use these for making envelopes using the templates they provide. You can also use this as a wrapping paper, and there's 2 sides. So you've got a pattern on one side and a nice pattern on the other. This is another paper sample they provide. This is like a floral mustard, and again double-sided on this. And this one is a smaller page, solid on one side, printed on the other. Another solid and pattern, and then a pattern page as well. So again, there's instructions. I haven't used those, but I have been wanting like a punch board to make envelopes. I just haven't wanted to invest in one, so maybe if I actually use this, I'll think about it, but I think this will give me some playtime as far as using the envelope templates. And so this is the current issue again of Flow, the issue number 10, and it just got lovely photos, drawings, illustrations throughout. Has articles, has ads. These are Etsy ads, so there's some artists with their ad and work features. And it's got also information about subscribing, and it looks like the next Paper Lovers book is going up for pre-order. So if you're interested in that Paper Lovers book, I have a current issue that I think it came out. This one will be available for pre-order in December. I have the one from 2015, and I purchased it at Barnes & Noble for, I guess it was about $30, and it came out in April. At least I found it at Barnes & Noble in April. And it also has, you know, different samples of paper, gift tags, book tags, a lot of drawings as well, stickers. It does have stickers, monograms. So this is just, if you've never seen the inside of a Flow issue, this is kind of gives you an idea of what you would see if you saw an issue. This is about calligraphy, and it's giving a practice page. And it gives you some nice ideas to work with. Some of these pages are even, you know, you could probably even frame this. So there's a lot of different things you could do with a subscription. They put out a calendar, so they're advertising their 2016 calendar and 2016 diary. So if you wanted to get some more information about Flow, they do have a website, and they have more products for sale, as well as the subscription information on how to subscribe. The next thing I wanted to show you, I've never had a Midori diary, and I just got one through the Pelly Studio on Etsy, and this is what I received. Actually, this book is not part of what I received. This is a separate book, but this is all leather, and basic order would have been no stitching on this one. And this is a little larger than a field size notebook. I guess it's a pocket notebook. So this stitching was an add-on. And the reason I got the stitching, it actually looks pretty without the stitching, but I ordered the add-on of a pen loop. And this is actually their gift. They gave me this as a gift with purchase. So they give me the pen, and I wasn't expecting that. And it's coordinated with the Midori style notebook. This could be blush, this could be pink, this could be purple, and it's like a neutral pink. And I went ahead, and when you order stitching, you can select the stitching color. They've got the threads available for view. You can also choose the cords, the elastic color. So the add-on was the pen holder. I also went ahead and added on the inside pocket flap because I thought, okay, it's always, I don't want to wish for it later and say, oh, I should have ordered the inside flap. So I went ahead and just added it on. And after I did that, if I had not added on the stitching would have been pretty much down here and along here. So that would have looked incomplete, I thought. And after discussing it with the owner, she said, yeah, it'll kind of look strange. So I went ahead and added the stitching. And I was so grateful to her for, you know, suggesting that to me, saying, you might want to add it all the way around. And I was like, you're right. And I wouldn't have thought of that myself. And then if I hadn't added that on, I probably wouldn't have been as happy with my purchase. I would have thought, okay, something's missing. So I'm glad she gave me that tidbit. Another thing that came with my order were this is the tag. It's like a nice little tag that she tacked on these paper clips. and this cute gold clip. So that's like a nice little gift. And then the other thing that was included was this craft paper pocket. So it's a insert I could add inside. You could put business cards, journal cards, note cards, maybe some sticky note pads to carry around with you. And the other thing that was inside my package was this craft paper notebook. So all of that was included. This pen was inside this adorable envelope. So it was sealed, it said thank you, and I was like, I didn't know I was going to get a gift with purchase. I love gift with purchase, and it coordinates again so nicely with the Midori. I've never had a Midori. My first planner was back in college. I had a black leather zip around Scully. It was Filofax style, and I'm trying out a Filofax now. I just ordered a Filofax style from Webster's Pages, or actually it's a shop on Etsy that sells Webster's Pages. So the reason why I didn't like the Filofax in the past was the rings when I was writing. But now I've seen so many videos where, you know, undo the rings, take out the page, write what you need, and then putting it back. So I'm going to give it a try. I've always liked Filofax style, but I haven't used one in a long time. I actually got this, it's a planner, and I got it on Amazon. It's called Iconic Study Aid, and it says, what is your dream? And it's got a cute little pocket here that you can put a photo. But inside, and it's this is a vinyl cover, and then you have the book inside. But what I liked about this is it had a lot of quick note pages. It's also undated, so I could start it and stop whenever I wanted to. I'm not always using a planner. Sometimes I go to a quick calendar that's in my purse. If I have a lot to do, I probably would use it more often. But right now I don't have a job where I've got meetings or anything like that. So it's got monthly plan, and it's got note pages. Some of these, well, actually the majority of these are in, I think this is Korean characters, but I liked the little pictures of all the little characters. So that's what drew me to it, is if I don't have time to add any kind of embellishments, stickers, adhesives, at least this has some pages that are already embellished. So you've got your monthly plan, and then you've got your weekly plan. And it's got a place to insert your date, day of the week. It's got wake up time, a quick weekly plan, and more note section. And a little cartoon says, my dream is flying in the sky. And then even, what's cute is like it says wake up time, bedtime, and then a little place to put notes. So I would think what I'm going to use this for is quick to-do lists. And because it's not dated, if I'm using a planner, I thought, okay, I can use these as tear sheets, because I probably wouldn't, because it's undated, I wouldn't use every page. And it would take me a long time to actually fill up the entire thing. So I thought what I'm going to use this for is taking these and inserting them into my Filofax, which I've ordered, but it hasn't arrived because it's a pre-order. So that's what I was going to do, is take the pages from here, and probably what I can do is either use a whole page, or I can cut the page down the middle and use them as lists for every day. Or I also thought I could just make this my own to-do list and carry it in my, I could cut these up and carry them in the Midori too. So I could probably tear out the sheets from this and use them in all my different planners because I have different ones. I have a Smithson that I use. I love the Smithson, but it's not, you have to add pretty much all of your own, you have to add pretty much all of your own embellishments. It's beautiful paper. It's thin paper. It's almost not transparent, but it doesn't take thick markers, thick pens. It takes a light touch on your ink. So I liked this. I used this when I was working earlier this year, which I'm not right now. I just had a really long illness that I'm still recovering from, and I probably won't get back to work for another couple of months. So I actually bought this in December, and then I got sick in January. So I haven't used it very much. And I added my own tabs just because when you're using it, I realized, oh, I'm not going to know which day is which if I'm looking ahead. It comes with these page markers, and it comes with a note section with a ribbon. And this is good note paper. It's good for taking notes. I like the leather. You can personalize it more. You could add initials. I did not do that. It also has an inside pocket, which actually this isn't a pocket so much. It's just, this is where I guess the book is bound, so they put it inside flap. It's sealed, it's got adhesive, but this is actually a cover, and it's not sewn in. You can tell it's glued in. The inside, I wish they would have put the same little pocket, but they didn't, because I like pockets. So I liked this. I had never used a Smithson, but I liked the color. I was really into green at the end of 2014, and it's like everything I had was pink. I was trying to get away from a pink planner, a pink diary, so I went ahead and opted for green. I had never ordered anything in green before, but I like it. It's a beautiful green, and I think green is a beautiful color. Again, the way it's laid out, it's very simple to use. You can just jot it down. I got like a vertical setup because I am more of a vertical list maker. So I thought the vertical just appealed to all of my vertical lists and to-dos. The only thing is, and it wasn't the least expensive planner, obviously, because Smithson, it's more on the high end, but it's beautiful. It's just the paper was too thin. It didn't have, the writing, I guess the lines were too small. I write a lot bigger than this, so I was having to really make an effort to do small print, and I just didn't get into it. I just didn't get into decorating it. Well, I mean, I wasn't in any condition to decorate it at the time, but even, when you get a planner, you kind of start decorating it as soon as you get it. And I did not even know where to begin on this one. So I'm not giving up on it totally. I'm going to keep using it. It's nice to have. Sometimes when I just get bored with another planner, it's nice to have another alternative. So that's what I've got. So I've got my Midori. And when I need a quick page that's already embellished to just add in, I'll go ahead and take one from my Iconic Study Aid. They call it the Iconic Study Aid because it is a journal, it is a diary, but at the back it's got pages for things like exam timetable, study plan, what's on the test, day's project, scoreboard, review the questions you got wrong, need to know. So if you are in in an academic situation, those features would appeal to you. I am not. So I probably will not be using the back of these, or the the pages in the back of this diary. I will be using the blank pages. I probably will be tearing these out again and using them in my, scattering them throughout my other planners. It's got a wish list, know yourself, so some information on personal pages, let me introduce myself. This has mostly all Korean characters, so I don't know exactly what you would write there, but I could just make it up as I go. And then it's got a quote by William Faulkner and more Korean characters. Pretty prints. I like the pages. So I think I'm probably going to be cutting this up quite a bit and using it in just as, you know, when I'm not using sticky notes, I'll glue these into my diaries. So that is that planner. I'm also using, this one I use mostly for my children's activities. It's the Lily Pulitzer. And when I have to go to a PTA meeting or a Girl Scout meeting or a Boy Scout meeting, this is how I keep track of their items, because I don't want to take, like I have an Erin Condren, which I use mostly as scrapbooking. I use it mostly to scrapbook. I don't want to take this to the PTA meeting. I don't want to take this to the Girl Scout meeting. I'd rather work on that one at home and then use this one to jot down any important dates relating to my children's activities. If they have a dentist appointment, a doctor appointment, event coming up with their activities. This is how I'll keep track of it. Then I will probably, if I'm using my Erin Condren to do scrapbooking and decorate pages, then I can insert it in that. But I don't take my Erin Condren out. It's because usually I'm already taking folders in my bag. So the other thing I like to put in my planners are just lists. So I just purchased these lists, notepads from Cloth and Paper, and I will include all of the links. This is another to-do list I got from Rifle Paper, and this I bought from a local shop. Was it when I was at a local stationery shop? I couldn't help it. It was just too cute. And I thought, okay, I can keep this at my desk and write to-dos, and I can take the to-dos and insert them into my journal. I love notebooks, and so these are also from Rifle Paper, and I got these on Amazon. You can't beat Amazon sometimes when they've got free shipping. And this is another to-do list that I will probably use with my planners when I'm using like a black and white theme. So sometimes I like a black and white theme. So I thought, okay, again, this is from Cloth and Paper. It's got a to-do list. It's got a list to contact, to buy, and don't forget. So when I'm doing a black and white theme, because I love neutral colors, but I don't always want to use neutral colors when I'm doing a scrapbooking project. That's kind of, you know, you can use any color, but sometimes I like doing the black and white thing. And then these, actually, this I ordered as well. It's another list, and this has got a tag as well. So it's kind of like a Midori, but not really, because it's pretty much a jotting journal. And I got this. This was like $2. It's got a little tiny emboss here that says "Show Your Smile," and it was like $2. And so I got it as an add-on when I was shopping on Amazon. And what I liked about this was, it's got a little quote throughout the entire book where it says, "If you laugh tomorrow will be fun." And it's got a little smiley face. So if I need a quick list maker, I have a tiny cross body bag, handbag that I use, and I can never take you know, any kind of planners and insert them without it preventing me from zipping up the bag. So I thought I really need something small. I really need something slim and something that's pretty, because I had some just quick free Stampin' Up! Jotters, but they didn't fit in the bag and I would have to fold them. So this, I needed something to go into my tiny purse, and every once in a while I do need to write something down, because if I don't write it down I will forget, and putting it in my phone or emailing it to myself just doesn't seem to sink into my brain. So I needed something that would be very small, very compact, fit in my tiny bag, and for $2 I thought, okay, if I hate it, I only spent $2. This is another sticky note pad I have. They're lined and they're in highlighter colors, which I like, but it's like a full page. So if I'm using a big notebook, it's nice to have this as a tab and a place to jot something. And it's nice that it's in this, you know, bound book, so you don't have to worry about them getting scattered everywhere. And it stays in my nice little standing acrylic makeup organizer, which I don't use for makeup, but and I've got just a bunch of little free journals that I can use from time to time. This, it's cute, but I just need to cover it with something. So maybe one of the new papers that I got in my Flow magazine, I can add those on there. So anyway, I haven't set up anything. Maybe what I'll do is I'll go ahead and set up my Midori, and I'll, you know, give you an update. This is my first video, obviously. You can tell it's, you know, it's not polished, but I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with the videos. So this is kind of an intro, and if you have any comments or suggestions, I really appreciate it. And then, you know, if there's something else that, you know, would interest you, or you think, okay, maybe you could talk about this, just, you know, add a comment or suggestion. I'm very open to comments and suggestions. And I thank you for watching. If you did stay to watch, if you could like the page or like the video, that would also help. But I really welcome comments. I'm really in need of comments and suggestions. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to talking with you soon. Thanks.